Real?
He's a groupie. You know what I mean? Like,
Talking shit, bud.
I just feel like ever since I moved, and they was cool. You know what I mean? I'm still cool with Jermell. Jermell's still cool people, but Jermell, like, dude just, like, weird. Like, he always angry. He always yelling. He always, you know, doing some off-the-wall psycho type stuff.
But what is it between y'all two? How did that happen?
That's what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
You know, when I moved up in weight, and soon as I called out Spence and my name was being involved in Spence, he act like that was his fiance or something. You know, and he felt as if Errol couldn't speak for himself. He was, Errol Spence to do this, Errol Spence to do that, and you too little, and Lions, and it's Texas, and this and that. Boy, you from Lafayette, Louisiana. Why you screaming Texas? He from New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let
I didn't
me
know
and
that.
Errol handle this, and you just sit in the sideline, because we all know he be beating you up in sparring. You know what I mean? That's why you...
Oh my God, people, that is a madness. Listen, I love this from Crawford, man. I love this. And I think I even said in my last video that Charlo like a female. And I think Crawford saying the same thing. He says he be doing way too much. He loud, he's shouting, he's screaming. When you get a bunch of females in the mix. In fact, the way Charlo carry on about Spence, he right 100%. That's his wife. Yeah? Jermell, listen. If you're, as a woman, well, we've seen videos online before. Watch what women do when their man's about to fight. Oh, you don't know my man. My man be doing, you know what I'm saying? They be doing all that kind of stuff. That's what Jermell be, 100%. That's what Jermell be on. Yeah, Errol Spence is his own man. And bear in mind, like Crawford said, it's one thing. If Crawford's had beef with Jermell, that's different. I get that. But the fact that what makes Jermell a ho, a wifey, what makes Jermell Errol Spence's wifey is that they were friends. They were cool until, bear in mind, people, it's a sport. And look at what Jermell's doing. Jermell kept it, you know what, is what it is. I'm friends with both, I'll step back. And even Crawford gave credit to Broner, who said, listen, man, as a friend, I like you, Crawford, but I know Errol better, and I'm riding with Errol. But difference is, Broner don't come out doing all the woofing. Oh, man, he gonna beat your ass. Oh, we in there. My man gonna do this. My man gonna put them paws on you. Yeah, that's what Jermell be on. Female, 100%. He loud. Like I said earlier, there's two times in particular you'll hear females like Jermell start piping up. Number one, if their man's about to fight, even if their man can't fight. That's the worst thing about it. I've seen them ones before as well. Their man can't fight. They're woofing it up. Their man gets checked. And then all of a sudden, the energy changes. It turns into... Well, I've seen it all different ways. But I've seen... Like, there's ones where the females woof, their man gets checked, and it turns into a politicking situation. Oh, why y'all do him like that? Them one's there. But minutes earlier, she was woofing. My man really with the shits. You know what I mean? Like he can do something. He get checked. Oh, man, why you gotta do him like that? And then the other sort is when their man's about to fight and their man's winning. That's when you'll see the females jumping in and jumping on the bandwagon kind of thing. You'll see them putting their hand in. But you'll rarely see females try and get stuck in physically if their man's getting whooped. Rarely. Normally, if their man gets smoked, yeah, they know they ain't with that. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to be next. Now, listen, if you've got a ride or die female, I don't think Jermell ride or die. I think Jermell one of them guys, yeah. Well, we saw it with Canelo. What do I mean? Well, when Canelo was red hot, punching up all of Jermell's PBC friends, you didn't see Jermell talking about nothing. He quiet. And that's the equivalent here. That's how you know. Crawford's right. That's how you know Jermell a hoe. Yeah? Because when Canelo was punching everyone up, you ain't see... Charlo was quiet. Super duper quiet. And then, Canelo had that bad fight against John Ryder, and he himself said, oh man, there's no way there's no way he gonna do... You know what I'm saying? That's what you call selective politicking. And that's what females be doing. Yeah? If their man's winning a fight, you'll see them put some arms in. If their man's smoked, they trying to negotiate the situation to stop getting got next. Do you understand that? And the other time you'll see behaviour exhibited like, or I'm just trying to prove to you, lay out how we know Jermell Charlo a whole female. I don't even, to be fair, Spence has conducted himself properly. I don't even think Spence wants to have Jermell as his wife. Yeah, some people are saying, oh, the whole Derek James thing zesty. Yeah, I don't believe that to be the case. I think this is more of a Jermell issue. Yeah, Jermell, he trying to be wifey. Spence ain't really on it like that. Jermell the one, he trying to jockey for position. Oh, that's my man. My man gonna do this. My man gonna do that. My man, he's strong. And my man, like Crawford said. Just think about it. Why would Jermell be acting like a female? The only explanation is Errol Spence turned him into one in sparring. Yeah, you see that one there? Yeah? You see that one? Oh, my man. Because it's a bit like, again, them females who talk about my man gonna do this, my man gonna do that. Often, the reason they think their man's got hands, even if they shortly get knocked out, is the fact that they've been whooped before. You understand? Yeah? As a woman, if all you know is your man whooping you, you're going to think that's going to scale up. Well, he whoop on me, so he going to probably whoop on this man. You understand that? Yeah? So Jermell Charlo, he stayed getting whooped by Errol Spence. That's why he's adopted the female role in that whole situation. Yeah? The big daddy role would be, listen, man, I'm a man, Errol Spence is a man, and this is what Crawford said too, a big boss, a dude who ain't trying to be a female, a dude who ain't trying to be a ho-ho, comes out and says, listen, Errol Spence is his own man, Terence Crawford is his own man. I know Terence Crawford, I know Errol Spence better, but as a big man, I'm going to let these two dudes handle their business, 100%. Handle their business. Yeah, and I'll sit at the top watching. And at that point, because you best believe, and Terence Crawford's predicted this too, you best believe, as I've explained, if Terence Crawford whoops Errol Spence, yeah, watch how quiet Jermell will be. That's the equivalent of what I'm explaining here. Jermell will be silent. That's the equivalent of, damn, the female who's woofing before the fight, her man gets checked, and then she ain't with the shits anymore. Just watch that. Watch that intricacy there. If Terence Crawford smokes Spence in devastating fashion, Jermell gonna be missing. You can see him politicking. Oh man, well, you know, Errol, his eye was bad and he had a car crash and he ain't gonna be with that one. You understand that? You see that one? That's 100% what's coming next, if that happens. Now, as I've also explained, if Terence Crawford gets smoked, you'll see Jermell, just like when Canelo looked bad against John Ryder, you'll see Jermell piping up, oh man, I told you that he wasn't, I told y'all, whoopty whoop 100%. He gonna be whooping. Yeah, because that's the kind of guy he is. He's showing it on many levels now. Yeah, in this situation, in the Canelo situation, he be moving like a rowdy female. Bottom line. Yeah, and the other time, let me explain this too. The other time you'll see females acting wild, as if someone is about to take their man. But that's not as relevant because we're talking about physical things here. Terence Crawford ain't zesty. Terence Crawford ain't trying to take Errol Spence, who his husband, who he thinks is his husband. Yeah? Listen, Jermell, don't worry. Your husband's safe. Apart from the pause that Crawford may give him, don't worry. Ain't no one trying to step into your role. There's no competition there. Yeah, Errol Spence, if you want him to be your man, he can be your man. But anyway, in conclusion, yeah, Terence Crawford smashing it right here. This is, a few weeks ago I did a video when his fight was announced saying, I want to see more trash talking. This for me is exactly what I want to see. The guy doesn't, and yeah, it isn't directly to Spence, but that whole camp, this is what we need to hear. This is just roastage. Proper red hot roastage. Not holding back at all. He carrying on like he's trying to be his fiance. Wow. That's a violation. And one thing I have to also say is, I didn't even know. This is mad. I didn't even know. Errol Spence apparently from New York, and Charlo's from Louisiana. Again, I have to say this too. I have never heard Errol Spence mention New York. Never have. Just haven't. I've heard him mention Texas and Lions and this, that, the other. That to me is odd. I understand people who aren't really bothered about representing their city, yeah, but to be representing another city. It's like, who'd be doing that? Where they doing that one at? For me, that's a bit corny, ain't gonna lie to you. Crawford's always been Omaha, Nebraska, I assume. That in itself is another female attribute. Pretending, repping something you're not even from. Wow. What men are doing that? No. You know, I just gotta be honest here. Now, I get why. Clearly, the Texas clout is big. Big money in Texas. But still, that's what you call hoeing. Yeah? You're not being true to yourself to get some coins. Yeah? That's the equivalent of a man paying you to get some cheeks, to clap the cheeks. Oh, I'll pay you $100 to clap your cheeks. You don't really want your cheeks clapped, but you want the money. You understand that, people? Yeah, Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo, they don't really want to rep Texas, but they're getting money. Same thing. Yeah? Texas stay clapping Errol Spence and Charlo's cheeks, essentially. Oops. I said it. Yeah? But anyway, Terence Crawford, listen, he really with it right now. He's smashing the game on this one. I just want to see him now branch out and start rinsing Spence too, but it's not as hard. Listen, Spence and a whole that's the problem, you see. Charlo's easy to roast because he literally carrying on like he's trying to be someone's wifey. I'm going to be honest with you. This is what it is. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%. No doubt.